From 1 to 10, how racist are you? Keep it 100. If I'm being honest, I'm not racist at all. I'm actually one of the most least racist people on the planet.
How racist are you?
Yeesh.
One.
You're confident in that number?
Yes.
The thoughts I just had about her ugly ass, I ain't gonna lie. Her shit would have jumped to 10.
Racist are you?
Factually, black people do not have the structural power in the United States to be racist.
I've heard that
Racism
before.
comes from people in power.
They say
in
the
a
only way you can be
position
racist
to
is if
have
like
authority
you are
against
above the
those
other
people
like
that do
white
not
people
have that
because they
power.
get treated highly. They can
Someone
be
who
racist to us.
identifies with the
And I like kind
I feel like it is like that though. Like they say, it's really who you grew up. Like if your parents raised you putting all this negative shit in your head about other races, if you're not a strong-minded person, you're gonna be racist.
of go along with.
From 1 to 10, how racist are you? Keep it 100. If I'm being honest, I'm not racist at all. I'm actually one of the most least racist people on the planet.
How racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'm gonna say if you live in America and you were born here and you're grown up and you're 50 plus, good luck if you're below 5.
Is that true? I feel like so, yeah. If you're above
How
50, you
racist
gotta
are
be
you
racist.
on a scale of 1 to 10?
Racist. Oh my god.
And be honest.
How racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'd like to say 10, but I think being white, I can't say that.
Yeah. So, okay, no, 10 means like super racist.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
I hate everybody.
She had me worried, I ain't gonna lie.
How racist are you?
0.
Zero. The type of family I come from, the type of people I'm around a diverse, family.
I ain't like, it's
people and
really
things
who
like
you
that,
grew
so,
up around.
Not racist at all.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say so.
Because if your
How
parents
racist are
racist
you?
fuck, it's a chance you're not gonna be racist,
four
but
of
Okay.
racist.
I would say 4.
A 4, just because I think that there are things that I'm ignorant to, so it's not that I sit here to be racist, but I think that there's just things that I still need to learn.
Like, I definitely feel like I could have better thoughts, like the initial thoughts, and like try to unlearn a lot of things, so.
I'm a 1 due to accidental racism.
Now, give me an example of accidental racism.
I'm Filipino, and sometimes I will mistake some people for like different Asian races.
For me, because I'm Asian, I
not
definitely will
racist.
acknowledge, like, there are times where I'm like, damn, like, my people really be doing this.
Growing up in like an Asian household, it's more like we discriminate against each other. It was always just like, oh yeah, if you're Chinese, then you're like cheap with like money, but you have money. Korean, then you're gonna be someone that's just kind of like put yourself above everyone else.
they think like this?
In my Vietnamese household, I feel like Vietnamese people, they're a little bit more judgy. And so everywhere you go, there'd be things like they would point out. And so that's why I started noticing that too.
Well, sometimes I'm making joke myself as being an Asian. I can do this, right? Something there is some bad driver I see. I'm just saying, I think she is a female Asian driver. I can say because myself is that.
How
Shut up,
racist
don't
are you
keep
on a
on.
scale from 1 to 10?
Towards my own race, probably like a 5.
Who's your own race?
I'm Asian and white, so those are the 2 races I usually pick on.
I'm Latinx. I was born in Mexico. Like sometimes I meet other Latinx people and they tell me like some situation.
Why the fuck ain't my chat up here? Someone say something. Someone say something. Say something, KD. What we watching? How racist are you scaled of 1 to 10? Yo. Okay, am I... What the motherfucker. There we go. Alright. Yeah, how racist... Oh, hold on. How racist are you from a scale of 1 to 10? Katie, how racist are you?
I'm just like, oh yeah, that's such a Mexican.
Asian and white, so those are
Oh,
the
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Female Asian driver. I can say because myself is that.
How racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
Towards my own race, probably like a 5.
Who's your own race?
I'm Asian and white, so those are the 2 races I usually pick on.
I'm Latinx. I was born in Mexico. Like sometimes I meet other Latinx people and they tell me
A 6? Towards white people? yo, you're going to hell. Yo, white people. If I got any white viewers, get this motherfucker out of here.
Like, some situation, I'm just like,
Okay.
oh yeah, that's such a Mexican thing.
How racist are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
See, all these people, they Mexican to their own people. I want to see a Southern Trump supporting racist white person to black people. Fuck up, Tavy.
What's your number?
Consciously, I want to say 1.
I mean, I would say like a 1.
1. Probably like 1.5.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
Yeesh.
1.
You're confident in that number?
Yes.
The thoughts I just had about her ugly ass, I ain't gonna lie. Her shit would have jumped at 10.
I feel like saying 1 is almost ignorant of all the unconscious biases that I probably carry.
Yeah.
So
But if you're a 1, you could say you're.
I try to actively
saying
want to be
niggas
a 1.
ain't shit.
1, ideally. 1.
Ideally.
Hopefully
but what
not
about
anything more.
Actually.
Actually, probably around that too.
How racist are you?
Probably.
Actually, he looks like a cool white old man.
2.
Yeah, he looks like a cool white old man. I feel like you could talk to him about it. If they don't be real, bro, he's being real though. I can say, like, look at him. He was a teacher, bro, and you could talk to him about fishing and shit. I'm telling you.
My mom was pretty broad-minded, and she made us broad-minded. We had plenty of contact with everybody. There was Hispanics and colored people and
oh no, he's looking a little
Oriental
colored.
people, and I know the words
says
are all
colored?
changed now, so everyone gets pissed about their little things.
How racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
I hope I'm not a 10. I feel like that's a question for other people, not for me.
I know she racist. Oh, fuck her little racist ass.
I'm sure I have. Microaggressions are a part of life, and
Explain that to me. What's a microaggression?
I mean, just saying things that you don't understand in the moment that can be harmful or hurtful or, perpetuate stereotypes.
What the fuck was my Caucasian
What's the
rants?
most racist thing you've ever done?
Maybe just move to the other side of the room when I see someone, or just have a racist thought in my head, and I'm just like, oh, why did I think that?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
Factually, black people do not have the structural power in the United States to be racist.
I've heard that
Racism
before.
Comes from people in power.
They say
in
the
a
only way you can be
position
racist
to
is if
have authority
you are
against
above the
those
other
that do
white
not
people
have that
because they
power.
get treated highly. they can
Someone
be
who
racist to us.
identifies with the minority community.
All white people.
It is
Not all white people, just the big name Trumps.
possible for
And he
to
got
be
an ink
racist.
on.
So I believe that to an extent.
I mean, is it racist to
Not
be racist
all,
to
not
racist?
all, Katie. Not all. Some white people are reptilians. Take it over who the fuck you want. Some black people are gods.
I actually don't believe that
I'm
black people
one of
can
them.
be racist.
I'm the
I
god.
don't know, bro.
Look at me.
There's still a couple hesitant moments around white people, especially. I'm predicting how their behavior will be because of the color of their skin, which is definitely racist. But it's it's a reaction.
No.
It's a reaction rather than I hate those people. It's I hate that those people probably hate me. So, yeah.
I grew up around a lot of Latinos and blacks, and they always told me, they were all like, yeah, white people's the enemy and we should avoid them. And I always just had that kind of mindset,
I realized that the
It's
anger
a
was
lot for
hurting
you.
me more than
Grow
anyone else
up
around
around,
me.
bro, I'm
So
telling you.
it just took a lot of self-reflecting, figuring out where the
Tavian.
anger was coming from, and then just learning to control it better.
There are natural
Cameron.
biases, especially when you are a person of color, because you, in essence, want to protect yourself, and there's a lot of things that have happened to you and people you know.
But I would say that I feel like I am very biased sometimes, or that I group people, and I kind
I feel like it is like that though. Like they said, it's really who you grew up. Like if your parents raised you putting all this negative shit in your head about other races, if you're not a strong-minded person, you're gonna be racist.
go along with stereotypes.
Or you're gonna have
A black
some
person
type
can
of
be
bias.
racist to a Hispanic person. A black person could be racist to Pacific Islander. I can still be prejudiced and hurt somebody, so I have to be aware of that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
I'm gonna go with a 4, just because of ingrained shit. Lived in a small town, moved to the big city, and learned a lot. So
How racist are you?
Maybe like a 5.
I feel like 5 is a safe number for anyone to start at, and then you can work yourself.
I think that everyone's really, really biased, so I'd probably say 5 or 6.
I think we're all racist given the society we live in and the way racism is ingrained in us.
There's a lot of shit that I learned consciously and subconsciously.
Yo, no hating shit, but he has the face of a person with.
That takes a while to know that is happening, and then a while to really undo what's happening.
I was raised by like Catholic white parents. I can't help that. Like as a child, I learned certain things that like now living in a very progressive city, I would like highly disagree with.
What's the most racist thing you've ever done?
I used to work retail, and my managers on the walkie would like tell me to customer service certain people, like on the walkie. Like their descriptions were just like, just cringe. Like.
And you like participated?
Yeah. Once.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
The furthest negative that you could possibly believe in.
Oh shit,
I don't think I'm racist at all.
Ooh. These Asian girls, bro.
The furthest negative that you could possibly believe in.
I don't think
They starting to look real good now.
I'm racist at all.
I'm gonna go for
Oh,
0,
you're
but I
blazing,
do
girl.
think sometimes, like, if we're not aware, casual racism occurs.
So I don't really notice people's color or really hold any judgments.
Some people just like have like a culture and like a way of thinking where they don't realize they're playing into like stereotypes.
I think a lot of people have some type of like internalized racism, so I don't think anyone is really like a 0.
How racist are you? Intentionally
That's true,
racist,
I
I would say 0. There have been moments where I've said something ignorant and was corrected. One of my friends at the time was like Egyptian, and I like made an assumption that like one of her gods were a cat. She just didn't respond well to that. I feel like you should reevaluate your number. Maybe.
Oh no.
How racist are you?
I try my best to be close to the 1-2 range. Sometimes stereotypes will pop up in my head. That used to make me feel really guilty that I like would think these stereotypes. But then I learned that like being anti-racist isn't just like not having any prejudices. It's in fact recognizing when they pop up and dismissing them and knowing like that isn't true. That's just a stereotype. That's just a prejudice.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how racist are you?
But I think everyone has that internalized biases, so I'd say I have to say I'm maybe a 2.
Maybe a 2.
Johnny Sins.
3.
I will give myself a 3.
A 3 because I'm not active enough with it. Wherever you grew up, like you kind of, I'm not gonna say like you can't help it, but you're kind of fed things when you're little.
I'm not perfect. Whatever you picking up on
I
when you
recognize
little.
that I am a white person and I have a lot of white
That's gonna
privilege,
let it
and
be known
I've
right now.
benefited a lot in my career and in the world from the color of my skin. And I can't say that I haven't like at some points enjoyed reaping the rewards of the colors of my skin.
Growing up in a small town that was predominantly
At least she honest.
I think there's a lot of unconscious bias to be mitigated, and caring more about seeming like you're a bad person rather than just like genuinely being a good person, whether you get credit for that or not.
What's the most racist thing you've done?
I don't know if it's like me being
Which one?
racist, but
Which
it's
one?
like me.
This one? Yes.
Caring more
I don't know if it's like me being racist, but it's like me being in the face of racism and being racist back. So I was in Turkey in 2020 during like China virus, and people wouldn't let me on public transportation because they thought I was Chinese. So I would just tell them I'm Korean. I would just pick a different race whenever. Like I was like, "Konnichiwa, I'm Japanese," and they'd be like, "All right, come on in," you know. So
You were playing on their racism.
yeah.
What's the most racist thing that's happened to you? I've been called a wetback.
Flat out, I've been called the N-word.
Oh, I was scared.
How'd that make you feel?
Hurts, you know? Just to be judged immediately off of the color of my skin. Like when I I was was a a kid, like the neighbors used to not play with me because I was black, and they would play with my brother because he was light skinned.
What can people do to dismantle their
Damn.
racism?
That's a personal journey. As a black man, I'm not here to educate you, but there's plenty of resources out there. I would say look inward in moments where you feel
The N-word is so funny. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I react being called the N-word. Like, I'd be really in shock. Like, And then it'll just be in my mind like, fuck it. Why not kill this motherfucker now? Because, I mean, I have nothing to lose now. You done call me nigga. With a hard R.